Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Isotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use Isotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? Isotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at isotope.com, IZOTOPE.com.
Hey, this is Ed Peterson.
And this is John Kiltica.
This is the High Gain Podcast.
The High Gain Podcast.
What do we talk about here, John?
We talk about guitars, Ed.
Okay, cool. Where are we recording from?
A beautiful basement in lovely West Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, it is beautiful and lovely.
Yes.
I got all freaked out. It's like at nighttime, and I got all weirded out on this intro. I don't know what happened.
We flipped the script, Dad.
We did. Normally we're, weekends and stuff, and now we're just like, we got a cool guitar, and it's so cool we wanted to make sure we could actually do the episode.
We had a couple things happen. One, this cool guitar came in over at Uncle Frank's.
Yeah.
At thunderroadguitars.com.
Right.
And two,
yeah,
one of our esteemed viewers requested that we cover it.
Yeah, a confluence of events led us to middle of the night on a school night.
Yeah.
So here we are for you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It was viewer Alan Lenny.
Yeah.
On Patreon.
That's great.
He's a big fan of this guitar.
Yeah.
And wanted us to do something about it.
What are we going to do about it?
Oh, we're going to do something about it.
I like when you hold it up like that, and I can't even see the guitar.
It's invisible.
Yep.
There's no hiding the gut with one of these things.
No. It's like Wonder Woman's plane.
That's right. She's just sitting there flying the air.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it hardcore?
Beverages.
Beverages, yes, Ed.
Yeah.
It's a little sad, no?
No, that's very sad. R.I.P. Bradley Cooper. I think we lost him, right?
No.
Is that from that movie with Lady Gaga?
Yeah, we lost his character.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. whatever his name was.
Yeah.
In the movie, yeah.
A Star is Born.
Yeah.
That song by Lady Gaga.
That was a request from Ed's wife.
Ed's lovely wife. I think she's going to be very happy.
What do we have for beverages, Ed?
I've got raspberry peace tea. It's a big tall boy.
Yeah, I've got sweet lemon peace tea.
Yeah.
It says peace tea, and it says made with peace, love, and happiness.
Yep.
You're getting ready to have the feels, the hippie feels. And then you go around the side of the can. It's a Coca-Cola joint.
It feels like, let me open this. I haven't even tried mine yet. Mine's a raspberry. What's yours?
Sweet lemon.
Oh, I hate it.
Sucralose. That doesn't sound good.
That's like that stuff that makes your butt leak, right?
Olean?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't doubt if Coca-Cola just slipped a little Olean in here just to fuck with us.
Are you kidding me? The big Olean concern?
Yeah, exactly.
Manufactured for Peace Tea Beverage, Tustin, California, a business of Next Step Beverages, LLC, copyright the Coca-Cola Company.
That's weird because on mine it has copyright 2016 Peace Tea Beverage and it does not say Coca-Cola on mine.
Mine says copyright 2019. You're probably drinking pre-buyout tea.
Yeah.
Ed was into it before they sold out.
Ed hated it way back.
Yeah.
In the South, the people put so much sugar in iced tea.
They do.
It's like a syrup. I hate it. I have flashbacks.
Iced tea, SD.
I lived in Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, Florida. Ugh.
You'll never be right. This, Ed, is an Ampeg Dan Armstrong guitar.
That guitar is pretty cool.
This thing has really great sustain.
Okay.
It'll sustain forever.
Okay.
Why?
Because it's lucite?
This is a guitar made out of plexiglass. Can you believe that?
Well, I think so, because I can see through it.
It magnifies and x-rays anything you hold up
Yeah.
behind it. Ed is looking at my ribs right now, my actual ribs.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Is that why it sustains so well?
Plexiglass?
Yeah.
Extremely dense.
How come you keep calling it plexiglass and I keep calling it lucite?
Because you're just being a dick.
Okay. Oh,
Plexiglass, it turns out, the constituent chemicals of it
yeah.
have been around since the 1800s.
Okay.
But plexiglass in the form we know it,
Yeah.
1930s.
Okay.
It's actually called polymethyl methacrylate.
Ugh.
Yeah. The thing that people get confused are the marketing names.
Okay.
The commercial names. So this
Okay.
guitar is made out of commercial name plexiglass with one S.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Plexiglass is a commercial name?
With one S.
Okay.
Formulated in the 30s
Yeah.
by a couple German dudes.
German rocket scientists.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Those guys. We sneak them back over here.
Yep.
We don't get to the moon without a bunch of weirdo Nazi boys.
Yeah.
Not into it.
Brought to market in 33, plexiglass.
Okay.
Other marketing names.
Yes.
You mentioned lucite.
Lucite.
That was one. Krylux.
Nope.
Perclax.
Nope.
Perspex.
Nope. Plexiglass, yes. Lucite, yes. The rest of those names, no.
Yeah.
They're not a thing.
Yeah. It's a transparent thermoplastic head.
A transparent thermoplastic.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
You could get it in sheets.
Okay.
You could get it in liquid form if you were going to like cast things out of it.
Okay.
The mid-century moderns dug making some furniture out of plexiglass.
Oh, the chairs and stuff?
Uh-huh,
Sure.
uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm not into the see-through ones. That doesn't look like a thing you'd want to sit on, right?
But you're not going to die in it.
Okay.
Plexiglass?
Yeah.
Shatterproof.
Okay.
That doesn't mean what it might sound like.
It sounds like you cannot shatter it.
You can break it with great force into like larger, blunter pieces.
Right.
In World War II, the bomber planes, all the cockpit windows and everything were plexiglass.
Oh, so they wouldn't just like...
So when they took flak, the chances were less that your face would get cut to shreds if it was plexiglass than if it was shards of actual glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, lightweight, shatter-resistant alternative to glass.
Great.
It's a mystery material that is just very sciencey. And I'm looking at this guitar made out of it.
Crystal meth was also developed in oldie days because all those World War II pilots also were doing a lot of crystal meth.
I think that's true.
So they were like making plexiglass, and then a town over, they're making crystal meth. The wonders of World War II.
Yeah. It all led up to the making of this plexiglass guitar.
Mm-hmm.
How did this start, Ed? How did this happen?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Clear guitars.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah. What is the confluence of weird events that led to the development of this thing?
I'm thinking Dan Armstrong
Yeah.
is a plastics guy.
No.
He's a lucite guy.
No.
He's a plexiglass guy.
Perclax?
Yeah, he's a perclax guy.
Krylux?
Right?
I'm going to tell you this story, Ed.
Okay.
You know about our man Charles Everett Hall?
I don't know him.
He was an upright bassist.
Okay.
Played with Lawrence Welk in Chicago.
Cool.
That must have been some sweet-ass music. Yeah.
We don't really do a lot of deep dive demographic stuff on the ages of our listeners. I don't think we've really looked into that. We might skew slightly younger.
A little bit.
And I just remember as a child going to Grandma's house, and Goody loved Lawrence Welk. She was just into it. And, you know, people who watched Lawrence Welk, they are
Not so much.
not so much. Goody, R.I.P.
Oh, goody.
We lost him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, so playing all this is Lawrence Welk.
Sure.
Our man Everett.
Yeah. I am a monster.
He wished his upright bass was louder.
Okay.
So he decided to take matters into his own hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
He only had one hand.
You know the upright bass, it stands up on its little pole there,
Yeah,
and you can adjust the pole to make the bass higher or lower depending on your own height.
I am familiar. Yes.
He had the idea,
Right.
why don't I take that pole out, attach a little component to it
Okay.
that amplifies things,
Okay.
stick it back up in the bass.
Stick it up in there. Wiggle it
Yeah,
around a
and
little bit.
Pull the wire out one of the F holes perhaps,
Oh, sure.
and see if it amplifies
Yeah.
the bass, makes it louder if we're going into an amp.
Right.
Did it work, Ed?
Yes.
Oh, it worked.
Made that thing loud as fuck.
Wow, this is great. It was his wife
Okay.
that suggested maybe you should make these things for people who would buy them.
I love it.
Everett.
I love it.
And he said, well, you're so smart, Gertrude. Her real name. What would you call it?
Right.
I'd call it the Ampeg.
Gertrude. She's the best.
He applied for a patent for that thing in 1946.
Okay.
I think he thought, here comes fame and fortune for me. He and Gertrude pack it up. They head for New York. They buy their house just outside the city in New Jersey.
Ugh.
And then he meets a guy.
Who's he meet?
He meets a guy named Stanley Michael.
What's Stanley up to?
Stanley is not up to much.
Oh, no. What happened?
He got dead.
We lost him. What about Gertrude? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What about,
Everett?
God damn
It's
it.
horrible.
We call that a three-banger.
Three-banger for the win.
Yeah.
Stanley Michael
Yeah.
is building amps, and he's trying
Yes.
to make better, more portable amps for bass players.
Right.
So Everett's like, that's a coincidence, because I just made this thing that goes up in the hole of the upright bass called an Ampeg, and you're making amps. Hey, you want to have a company?
Right.
Sure, let's have a company. So they do that. They call it, creatively enough, the Michael-Hull Electronic Lab. They set up shop in Newark, beautiful Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
Like a year later,
Yeah.
Michael leaves.
He goes to buy a pack of smokes, never comes back.
That's how they did it.
Yep.
Everett renames the company, the Ampeg Bass Amp Company.
So all of a sudden, my guy Everett, I know a little something about making bass amps now.
Yep.
Turns out.
Everett's got the Ampeg Company. They moved to larger headquarters, Linden, New Jersey.
What do you know about Linden?
It's next to Rahway.
Okay, what do you know about Rahway?
It's the city I was born in.
Ugh.
It's right across the water from those mopes in Staten Island.
Look at these mopes.
It's getting into the 60s now.
Okay.
Rock and roll is getting more and more prevalent, but Everett,
Mm-hmm.
he's Lawrence Welk, dude.
Right.
Rock and roll, don't care.
Yeah.
So about this time,
Yeah.
there's another dude that's from the Midwest who plays guitar and is pretty good and wants to move to the big city to try out his chops.
Okay.
His name,
Yes.
Dan Armstrong.
Dan Armstrong.
Yeah. He comes to New York to try to be a session musician. He's fairly successful at that.
Okay.
And he's fixing guitars and sets up shop fixing people's guitars. He becomes pretty well known as that guy. Like, wow, not only is this guy a really good player, but while you're at it, if you're playing with Dan and your guitar needs to be looked at, he'll do that for you. Yeah. So our man Dan
Yeah.
sets up shop on Music Row in New York City.
Sets up shop as in to repair guitars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He does that for a reason on Music Row. That's where all the stores are, like Cheek by Jowl. Tons of them.
What did you just say?
Cheek by Jowl.
Is that like butts to nuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So he did that to be near the other guitar shops that might want to send out stuff to be repaired,
Got it.
and also to be at the kind of epicenter of the music scene to get session work.
Sure. How about our guy Dan? What's he up to?
Oh, Dan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So why do I bring up all this, Ed?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you about a third guy. Just because I can.
Shit.
I'll make this one quick.
Okay.
This guy's name is Billy Grammer.
Okay.
Nashville cat, country music star, had a big hit.
Okay.
Decides, I'm going to make guitars.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know anything about guitars. I don't know how to make guitars. How am I going to figure out how they're made? At the time,
Mm-hmm.
late 50s, early 60s,
Okay.
old Billy Grammer, he had a couple guitars. He had a big Gibson jumbo acoustic, and he had Martin D18.
Okay.
He sawed them in half. He wanted to see how they worked inside.
I don't know. I mean, sure.
So he did it, and he ended up getting some people, starting a little company, making these kind of higher-end acoustic guitars for the Nashville cats.
What do you need to saw the guitar in half for? I mean, I guess to get like detailed bracing kind of things.
Yeah, because they
but,
didn't
like-
have mirrors back then.
Right. Exactly. Like what?
I don't know, man. Grammer guitars named after him.
Love it.
I guess they were pretty well regarded for the little bit they were around.
Okay.
They ended up getting bought
Okay.
by Ampeg.
Okay.
Ampeg is thinking, oh, wait a minute. What do we know about guitars? We make bass amps. We need somebody who knows something about guitars. Hey, all you guys, who knows something about guitars?
Dan Armstrong.
There's this guy in the city, Dan
Yep.
Armstrong. Everybody talks real highly of that cat.
Okay.
Knows how to build and fix, and he's a player too.
Yep.
Why don't you talk to him? So old Everett gets
Yeah.
together with Dan Armstrong.
Okay.
Hey, Dan Armstrong, I
Yeah.
just bought these acoustics. Can you tell us what you would do to make them better?
Make them out of fucking lucite, baby.
He didn't like them and said I'd throw them away.
Grandpa guitars.
Yeah.
I'm on Team Dan.
So then Dan's like, I know, why don't I design an electric guitar?
Okay.
Okay, if that's what you want to do, come up with some ideas, do it.
Okay.
And so he came up with this. He wanted maximum sustain.
Yeah.
So that's where the idea for the plexiglass comes in.
He hasn't worked with lucite or plexiglass or
No, just thinking that's what I want to do.
what a weirdo.
The pickups are hot swappable.
That's crazy.
You unscrew a thumb screw in the back.
Yeah.
You slide that thing out and you put a new one in.
Yep.
The pickups came in sets.
This one's only got volume tone, one pickup.
Yes.
Are they all like that?
Yes. It was a set of 6 kinds of pickups that could be hot swappable with.
Okay.
And they had names like rock treble, which is what this is.
Okay.
Rock bass,
Okay.
country treble, country bass, jazz treble, jazz bass.
Did you get all 6 when you bought the guitar?
No, they didn't come together. So
Okay.
how much did this guitar cost in 1969 when our man Dan
Mm-hmm.
inventorated it?
In 1969, that thing cost $277.
It was $290.
How about that?
That's pretty good.
You know what I did, John?
You looked it up.
Well,
$2,028.
2028.
Yeah. Came without a case, without anything. Another $60 got you the case.
Oof. Okay.
And the pickups, there were 6 of them, were $35 each.
comes with one.
Yeah. The pickguard on this thing is wood grain. It's the same stuff you put on your countertops.
It looks very 70s.
You notice anything else about this that's kind of cool, Ed?
24 frets? I don't
24
know.
frets, clear of the
Okay.
body. You can get up there, Ed.
Is that what I was looking for?
Is that nice? Isn't that delicate?
Very delicate.
Yeah.
What pickup's in this? Do you know?
The RT, rock treble,
Rock treble.
is the one that's in here. Yeah.
Okay.
And so what does that sound like? Clean style. Hey, warm that up a little for you.
Yeah. Treble it up for me. It's rock treble. Give me some treble. Give me all of it. What I would call a pickup selector. What's that switch do?
Yeah, so that switch is meant to do 2 things. On one side, it accesses a different tonal flavor of the pickup. Each pickup has its own kind of variant. And then the other side is supposed to be a boost.
Okay. Do you think he has a patent on it?
I don't know, but what I do know is that in 79, the reason for these being discontinued
Yeah.
is that there were disagreements between Dan Armstrong and Ampeg.
Sure.
Dan was like, okay, I'm splitting.
Yeah.
And they stopped making this guitar. There's no indication of whether that's because Dan had all the intellectual property on it
Right.
or not.
Does it say
It does.
Ampeg on it?
It says
Anywhere?
Dan Armstrong Ampeg
On the body?
on the pickguard.
Nothing on the headstock?
Nothing on the headstock.
Huh.
Hey, you want to hear something?
Oh.
We've got some dirt here today, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Red Witch Fuzz God 2. What do you
Whoa.
think of that?
I think that's a lot.
We also have
Yeah.
some color.
Oh,
Uncle Frank loaned us a pedal.
yeah. From Thunder Road Guitars.
Yeah.
ThunderRoadGuitars.com.
The Electro Harmonics Attack Decay tape
Reverse thinger.
reverse simulator thingy.
Yeah.
Special bonus.
Yeah.
So you turn it on, you do all your tape delay, reversey kinds of things
Right.
like that. You can also add a little fuzz to that.
Okay. And that's on the EHX.
It is. It brings the doom.
That is very, very like Sun sounding.
It's a good pedal. I like it.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm into that swelly thing you had.
It's pretty swelly. Hey, you want to know something?
Okay.
So about this time,
Yeah.
when Dan's making his plexiglass guitar and people are digging it,
Yeah.
68, 69,
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones come to America.
Okay.
They're getting ready to go on tour.
Yes.
They ship over all their gear. They want to play through the big high watt stacks, the big, huge, loud.
Right.
Those things were like 100 watts. So they would have multiples of those.
Right.
So they ship them over. They're in LA and they're getting ready to practice. Nobody seems to know if this is exactly what happened.
Right.
But apparently, as the story goes, whoever was in charge of switching the power to US power
Right.
didn't
Okay.
and blew them all up.
Okay.
Shit, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So they called Ampeg, who had an office in, let's say, LA, Hollywood, somewhere.
Okay.
And they had these prototypes
Yeah.
that our man Dan Armstrong had been developing.
No kidding.
He had 5 of them. And so the Stones were like, yeah, could bring all 5.
Huh. And Dan's not even the amp dude.
He was designing
He had-
amps as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they bring him to the Stones, like, okay, great, take them.
Yeah.
The Stones love them. I mentioned the high watts, 100 watts.
Right.
These prototype Ampegs,
Yeah.
300.
Yeah. That's
So-
more. 3 times as
T-
much.
Turns out, yeah.
Yeah.
3 times.
Whoa.
The Stones like them so much they take them and use them on the entire tour.
Okay.
When they got back,
Yes.
that's when Ampeg was like, let's market these things.
Yeah.
Thus was born the SVT,
Oh.
the venerable Ampeg SVT
Yep.
amp.
Love it.
You could use that with your refrigerator cabinet
Sure.
if you wanted.
I want to.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people did.
I think that's a great idea.
Isn't that kind of cool?
What did old Jimmy Ampeg, old C. Everett Koop Ampeg, whatever his name was?
I don't think he was into it.
Yeah, he's like the Stones with their marijuana cigarettes and their bell-bottom jeans, fucking in the mud.
Super muddy.
He's not into that. Lawrence Welk's over there just sipping on his little scotch and soda.
In 67, Ampeg gets bought.
He sees the hippies coming.
Yeah, I don't think Everett was into that.
Yeah.
Because October of 68, he resigns. He tenders his resignation.
Oh.
71,
Yeah.
Ampeg gets acquired by Magnavox.
TV guys.
They also had Selmer saxophones and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
72, let's just disband Ampeg.
sure. Between 67 and 72, so 5 years, a major corporation is sold 3 times and then just gutted.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Any management that was left over.
Yeah, well, fucking hang them.
Okay, you want to go to Selmer Magnavox?
Oh, sure. The management, sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They were hanging the employees.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, okay, I guess we'll go to Selmer
Yeah.
Magnavox. Where are you guys? We're in Indiana. Fuck.
So back in the day, what is Everett doing? He invites a dude to come make guitars. The guy says, we're going to make lucite. And he's just like, yeah, okay.
Think of the overlapping dates.
Okay.
NAMM in 69.
He had
And
already
so-
sold.
Well, yeah, he's on as president once they get acquired.
Okay.
So he's president when Dan shows up, but he's not really day-to-day dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then a
yeah,
year
yeah,
later,
yeah.
he ends up quitting anyway.
Right, right.
So-
yeah, he's probably like, wait, you assholes are making plastic guitars? Fuck this. I'm out of here.
Can you imagine? Like, yeah,
like,
I got fish tanks made out of that stuff.
exactly.
What do you think the chances are that Dan,
Mm-hmm.
our man Dan Armstrong,
Yeah.
was into?
Lawrence Welk.
Yeah,
Oh, heavy.
heavy influence.
Yeah, yeah. Welk head.
Yeah, he's Larry Positive.
Yeah. Who's played this fucking thing, John?
I'm glad you asked that question, Ed,
Thank you, John.
because at the time
Uh-huh.
that the Stones had their unfortunate, oh crap, we blew up all our amps, won't you please loan us something we can use for our tour?
Right.
Dan had a prototype of this guitar.
Okay.
He gave it to Keith
Okay.
of the Rolling Stones,
Yes.
who proceeded to use it all over the place. Used it on tour.
Okay.
You know that Gimme Shelter film
Mm-hmm.
about the Rolling Stones?
I do.
Get a look at Keith.
Yeah.
He's playing one of these.
I know I have seen him with one of those.
Yeah.
He's kind of it.
He played it on just about every song that the Stones were playing at the time because they were on tour.
Right, live.
Yeah, but in the studio,
Yeah.
ever heard that song Bitch from Sticky Fingers,
Okay.
1971?
Yeah. Does Keith do a lot of blues facey stuff?
I don't know.
He's not like John Mayer blues face guy, certainly.
How would you like to hot seat, Ed?
Okay.
From 1984.
Okay.
I guess this guy played this for most of the time. Is it coming to you?
I'm not going to get it off. Like maybe when the vocals kick in, maybe, but... Is it Black Flag?
It is!
Yeah, it's Black Flag.
That was great.
Greg Ginn?
It is.
It's a cool guitar for a punk rock guy.
Seminal punk 80s kind of.
Right, yeah. Like hardcore, like it's just a cool guitar to be playing.
There's another band that played these.
Okay.
Do you know a guy named Cyril Jordan?
I don't know if I do.
The band is called the Flamin' Groovies. Do you know the Flamin' Groovies?
Kind of.
They're kind of like 60s, 70s, San Francisco hippie style, but
Yeah.
I can hear more contemporary sounds in this than you would guess for 1971. This is called Yesterday's Numbers.
Have you ever been alone? So long you couldn't cry.
Yeah, I like it.
Ever have a home?
From the Today Times,
Okay.
a guitarist who's fond of these,
Yeah.
so much so that he put the Black Flag logo on his
Yeah.
in the same place that Greg Ginn had his,
Sure.
just to kind of show
Yeah.
that he appreciates the history.
Homage.
Yeah, that man, our guy Dave Grohl.
Oh.
Yeah, he was playing these for a while.
So are the reissues, are the pickups also hot swappable?
They are hot swappable,
Oh, okay.
made to the same specs as the originals by Dan Armstrong's son, Kent
Armstrong.
Armstrong. So I think Dave Grohl plays or may own some of the reissues because their reputation is very good.
Well, cool.
Foo Fighters, All My Life.
Oh.
All my life I've been searching for something. Something never comes, never leads to nothing. Nothing satisfies, but I'm getting close. Closer to the prize at the end of the rope. All night long I dream of the day when it comes around and it's taken away. Leaves me with the feeling that I feel the most. Feel it come to life when I see your ghost.
That's pretty good, isn't it? It has a very unique voice.
When I go back on my whole, the tone wood doesn't matter, the body doesn't matter.
Wood doesn't matter as far as it's all wood,
Right.
but how much more denser than wood is this?
Yeah.
That's the story of the Dan Armstrong plexiglass guitar, Ed.
It's just not really my thing, I guess.
It's probably not mine either.
Yeah. Weird.
Pro tip,
Yeah.
say you're a Nashville cat
Yeah.
and you scratched up the back of it with your big old belt buckle.
Right.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Toothpaste.
Yeah.
It'll buff that scratch right out.
Generally, I play naked from the waist down.
This would be the go-to.
No, well, I'm saying that's a no-fly zone. Like, I don't want to do that. No.
Man, I read that one wrong.
Yeah. 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 No, I mean, I want to be comfortable, But I don't want people seeing my stuff through, my guitar window.
Well, boner pills.
Boner pills? I hate them.
I thought you said you didn't have a problem taking them.
Well,
You just don't want to shill them.
correct.
It's a good thing because you won't have to do that here.
Oh, great.
Because we have a Patreon page now. We've had it for some time.
Yes.
We'd love you to stop by, everybody.
Yeah, stop by.
Patreon.com/thehighgain. Look around.
Yeah.
Subscribe at whatever level is cool for you, Dad.
Whatever. We labeled them all clever, like single coil, humbucker, P90.
Yeah.
Whatever's your thing.
Yeah.
No pressure.
But it really does help us.
It actually does.
It actually does.
Defraying costs and, if nothing else, we can keep driving to Uncle Frank's.
Yep.
To get cool guitars like this here Dan Armstrong.
Are you going to keep driving to Uncle Frank's with me, Ed?
Oh, absolutely.
We should do that and just keep getting cool guitars and
Talking about
them and putting up pictures.
Yeah.
Which you can see on Instagram.
Yeah.
At the Highgain.
Yep.
Yep.
You could go to the Twitters.
Yep. At the Highgain.
You could go to the Facebooks.
At the Highgain.
You could go to the internet.
www.thehighgain.
You could send us an email at
thehighgainpod@gmail.com.
Send us a letter and request a song for the beverages.
Yeah.
Because my wife is just going to keep asking for Lady Gaga.
I'll do it.
And we don't want that.
I'll do it.
I've had enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
R.I.P. Bradley Cooper.